Hey y'all, happy Tuesday. Yes, it is Tuesday. And it's almost 60 degrees. I told y'all, it's almost summertime here. So I did turn on Grubhub, but I also looked on Instacart because I didn't show Instacart Shipt no love last week. So I'm gonna see what they popping on. To be quite honest, this will actually be the only day this week that I'll be doing any side gigs because I will be traveling for the funeral. So by the time you see this, I've already made my way back. But I can just give you a spoiler alert. There's no chance I'll be able to make my weekly go today. With that being said, I'm still going to be out here trying to, make up something, get something. You know what I'm saying? So, in the last two videos, I had a lot to say because it was just an eventful week last week, y'all. But yeah, so this is very short and sweet. I am just going to show you what I was able to accomplish today. So I did pick up a Instacart Delivery only. That was the only one that I was willing to do at this current time. It is only like about $10. So like I said, the only thing willing to do at this time, everything else was either far or had too many items for the pay. So here we are. So yeah, so I've done a delivery only Instacart before, I believe. Yeah, I have done a delivery only Instacart where I show you how you go in and you find your bags and so on and so forth. So I'm not really gonna go into that at this present time and do that. It's for one customer. So it said 1+ bags, but then when you look and see, now you can see what's in those bags, y'all. So that the person had about 24 items. So I'm assuming that can be probably 3 or 4 bags at the most, but we will see. Talk to you soon. So I decided to go ahead and show you how it looks when you do a delivery only. This is at Publix. As you can see, the staging area, and I'm walking over to the staging area, which is literally right when you get into the store. Most of the footage you will see me pointing my camera down because I don't want it to scan any bags as I'm grabbing them. It tells you your bag code, which is usually 4 characters in the customer's last name. And then it always says check for alcohol labels if missing a cashier for labels, but this was not an alcohol order. Additionally, it tells you exactly where you should find these items. As you see, I'm headed over to the fridge and freezer because there are 2 bags, that one in the fridge and one in the freezer. It tells you exactly what shelf to look for the item on, which is also good. So again, like I said, that I usually keep the camera pointing down until I gather all the bags into the cart, and then when I'm at the buggy, I go ahead and scan each item. So that's what I'm doing currently at this time. And as you can see, that's the scanning. So it was 2 on the shelf, 1 in the fridge, 1 in the freezer. And so now I'm just going through the process of actually scanning. And as you can see, the bar is filling up each time I scan to let me know I have completed the bag. And if you scan a bag twice, it lets you know you already scanned it. And then voila, here you are at the delivery screen where you go to deliver the order for the customer. Very simple, to the point. I'm glad now that you can see exactly what is in the bag, so you can kind of get a feel of how many bags you should. Okay, I'm back. Fairly easy. It was actually only 4 bags. 2 of them, I say 3 of them light, and 1 is like super heavy. And the one that's super heavy is tearing, so I had to run back in to get 2 more bags, so when I get to the customer house I can repackage it. I did place all of the items in the green insulated bags. I don't know if you can see it, maybe not. And usually I do that when it's not that many bags, and or I put everything in there. But if it's a lot of bags, I only put the refrigerator and the freezer items in the cooler to keep them as cold as possible. And so we headed to the customer. I believe I've delivered for this customer before in the past. Like I said, after this, like I said, I have no intentions of working myself to the bone to try to make a weekly goal in a day in my area. So where I'm looking at this point is just to make up some difference from last week, and then we'll figure out, quote unquote, about this missing week of income situation. So with that being said, until next time, peace. Okay, the son is being disrespectful, but I did repackage, asked the customer if it's okay if I repackage her items, and then after doing so, I took the picture and dropped that off. I turned it on Grubhub, and then I turned it on Ubereats. Ubereats sent me a $5 order, and then I declined that one. The next one was a $12 order. So let's see what this one is about. Is at Burger King. I do have to go in. I just picked up that Uber Eats. Did take just a little bit because they do prepare the drinks when you arrive, and then they prepare the food too. Additionally, one of the young ladies, I'm glad she came in, maybe she's a manager or something, she was explaining to them about the drinks. Remember I told you how these places hand you these drinks that's not sealed, and you like, what the freak is going on? Well, she was explaining to the crew, like, anybody, DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, do not send anything unsealed. So that's where we're at this point. They really look like a young crew that really didn't know. So it's always a learning experience. But I was telling her, I was like, McDonald's will send you away with a McFlurry, opened and everything, to put the spoon in, and they don't think twice about stuff like that. And it's for the safety of their customer in their business. But yeah, so I'm glad that she came in, because the guy had he was done. After he made the drink, he was done. He didn't do anything extra. So she came in, it's like, you got to put the rest of the stuff on there. It's fine to put the rest of the stuff on there, just you can't fill it up. So word to the wise, if you used to go to these restaurants and get these drinks full, they're going to be less because they have to still make it, and in turn still be safe. So yeah, let's see what we have. So yeah, so that's all I wanted to say. I'll come back to y'all when I get to the customer's house. Okay, I just dropped that order off, and I did turn on Grubhub, but I'm headed to an area that Uber Eats said it's busy, which it kind of was, because I was getting orders, but like I said, they sent me an order was $3.66, and that was a no-go for me. So we'll see. I'm headed back to the area. Let's see what we get. Okay, y'all, I'm back. I received a Grubhub order in the opposite direction, so I had to get on one freeway, come up at the exit, come down on the freeway, and then get on the other freeway to get to this location for this customer. Luckily, they're in the same city, so I'm guessing they're not that far from where this restaurant is located, which is Wendy's, if you haven't noticed. And so from before, if you don't know, they do not make the order until you get there. So that's what I'm doing. I am waiting for them to bring the order to me. So, and I can understand why, because you don't know how long it's going to take the person to get there. The food can get cold. Nobody likes soggy, cold fries. So we will see. So as soon as they come out, I'll be headed to the customer. So I have my food from Wendy's. I'm headed to the customer to drop it off. The customer was like about 10 minutes away from Wendy's, and I had left my camera open, but it wasn't recording. When the person came out, they thought it was, so he was dancing. So that was nice. You know, I like when people enjoy what they do, and regardless if they're going or coming, they still have the same attitude. So that's what's up. What I'm gonna do shortly after dropping this customer's order off, I am near a hair teeter that does Instacart. I'm gonna check and see if there's any Instacart orders at this particular hair teeter. If not, I'll continue on with Grubhub and Ubereats until it's time for me to head home. As always, I'll be back. There was no Instacart that I was gonna pick up in that area I just came from, so I did pick up a Instacart order that's closer to home base, and this one is a heavy pay order. But so that's, you know, means that there's some orders and stuff. I did look over the order, and it is a lot of different types of waters and things like that. Person is tipping. What I like about this is there's no produce, so I don't have to worry about, you know, that. And I don't think it was really any cold stuff. Like, everything else was in the center grocery aisle. So I am about 7 minutes out from the grocery store. I was 22 minutes away from the grocery store because where I was at. So I'm closer to home base, delivering closer to home base, and therefore I'll turn back on Grubhub and Ubereats and see what they spitting out after 6. Well, I should be done by 6 with this customer. So this is what happened when you don't look over orders. A 41-pound dog treat. I just couldn't stop laughing when I was in the store because I couldn't believe I picked up this order. Okay, so I'm done with that Instacart heavy pay order, and y'all, it was a 41-pound bag of dog treats. Yeah. One thing about this order is she was available. So when things was not available, she was able to respond right away, no problem. She was apologetic because there was a few items that was not in stock. And she was like, I apologize, I ordered so much stuff out of stock. And I'm like, it's fine. It's no biggie. It's no biggie at all. So yes, so that took me about 35 minutes to get everything, to get checked out. And then it took me about another 5 or 6 minutes to situate my car in a way that's best for me. So she didn't really have a lot of things that was fragile, but I still put them in bags and in my back seat versus in my trunk, so they won't be doing a lot of shifting. The only thing I put in the trunk was the water and the dog treats, the large bag. Everything else is in bags that I can carry. I think it's 2, 4, 6 bags. So plus extra bag with her little snacks in it. So yeah. So I think she was about 11 minutes away from the store, and so I'm head there to unload, and I'll see you when I get back. What have I earned for the week? In order to find that out, we first must find out what I earned in each platform. Let's start with Grubhub, which I earned the least, and that was $11.94. That delivery pay was $9.94, and the tips was $2. So you guessed it, that was one order. That order is what I received on January 19th. It did come with a $3.02 bonus. And there was another order that came up from Captain Steve's, but I went ahead and rejected that one. The next platform that I earned money in was Ubereats. It was for $34.18. It was for 2 trips, and both of the customers tip. The breakdown was the net fare was $12.58, promotions was $1.30, and the customer's tip was $20.30. Okay. The last platform, and the platform that I earned the most out of for the week, was Instacart, and it was $36.33. That was for 2 batches. The Instacart payment was $19.72. The customer tips were $16.61. And so, again, that was coming from the delivery only that you seen, and then the one full service order, which was at $26.35. So the total earnings for the week, $82.45. Yes, even though it was for the week, I only actually did one day, and I was really surprised about the amount because I've never done through the week on that much. But it was multi-acting, was my friend, and it was back to back to back. They're like just hitting back to back to back with no problem. So yes, so that's where we're sitting at this time. If you're new to my channel and you'd love to be part of my village, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. To all my returning subscribers and my new ones, I thank you for your support. Everyone hit that like button and let them know that I'm here and you like the content that I'm providing to you. And please share this with your family, your friends, and your coworkers. Peace out.